Hello friends, welcome back to the Accent Designer. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys 4 websites to generate free color palette that can really speed up your workflow. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So before getting into this, I just want to let you guys know that before, I actually had 2 videos where I talked about creating color palettes and building color palettes, particularly for mobile design. So if you're interested in these topics, you will find the links to those down in the description. Today, I just want to keep it more on the applicable side of things and share with you 4 tools or 4 websites that I personally use if I'm trying to build like a quick color palette or try to look for inspiration, and more importantly, look for inspiration in context. So tool number 1, Dribbble. And I know Dribbble may sound like a little bit of a Wild West when it comes to UI and UX design, but one of the good things I really like about Dribbble is once you visit any shop or any design that has been published recently, you can find in the post the color palette that pretty much represents the content of this design. So you can go there and you can find, once you hover over the shot like that, you'll find this little icon here that pretty much shows you all the colors and hex codes that have been used in a design. So what you can do is just like press this button and you can download the hex code, or pretty much a file that combines the hex code for all the color palette, which is pretty handy because you're not only getting to see the colors or download the hex codes, it's actually you're seeing this in context in an actual design where colors are being implemented as accent colors, primary color palette, secondary color palette, which is really helpful. The second tool I want to share with you guys today is Adobe Color. So one of the things that I briefly touched base on before was color theory and color symbolism. And there are multiple categories and color bucket under each category. And Adobe Color is a perfect tool to actually visualize these theories and see how things look like. So even if you recently studied color theory and color symbolism, seeing this tool and playing around with the nodes as I'm doing here will be very, very helpful to change the color harmony rule or theory and see how would that react, or how the color wheel reacts to this. One of the things you can also do here is changing color mode from RGBs to CMYK, HSB and lab. And if you're interested in learning more about these modes and concepts, whether it's color modes or color harmony rule, I'm gonna leave, as I mentioned in the beginning, the link to that down in the description. Tool number 3, ColorHunt. ColorHunt to me is just like one of the best ways to have this visually immersive experience if you're trying to quickly parse through, like, you know, a random selection of colors and build up that kind of visual inventory in your brain. But it's not just about random selections. ColorHunt, one of the things I really like about ColorHunt is it organizes the color palettes here into like those very well-known color categories that I spoke about before in my previous videos. So you can actually switch across all these categories and see how the colors are being populated and generated. You can definitely copy and paste hex codes. You can even open up the entire color palette, and ColorHunt will match this palette to similar palettes using AI, which is pretty neat. But all that aside, my favorite tool or my favorite feature in ColorHunt, Google Chrome plugin. You can add this plugin to your browser, which gives you like very quick access if you're trying to put together a few concepts or a few designs quickly for a presentation or anything of that sort. And now tool number 4, which is my personal favorite, it's called HappyHuts. So HappyHuts is just similar to any of the tools I share with you guys, but my favorite part about this tool is it has this website mock design where all the colors will be applied or populated. So you're not only selecting or composing color palettes, you're actually seeing how these colors look on actual designs, which is really great for context and visual tracking. So you can see if you're switching from this palette to another, you can see which color in this palette is being used clearly as an accent color. I'm gonna scroll down and it's broken down by sections. So the hero section here, you can copy and spec all the hex codes that belong to this particular section. Then you can continue scrolling and you see other sections on the web page or the web mock doing pretty much following the same approach. You can copy and paste the hex codes, which is very, very helpful. I was very happy when I found this tool. It's awesome. And just credit, I want to give really some credit and shout out to the person who created it. His name is Mackenzie Child. He's like really great designer. As it seems, I never knew him, by the way. He doesn't know me, but like I was very, glad that I came across this tool and website. Very, very helpful and handy. And that's pretty much about it. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I will leave the links to these 4 websites down in the description in case you wanted to use them. Thank you for watching and see you next time.